Welcome back to GameStop TV. If you love games, you're in the right place because so do we.
Absolutely. In the next hour, we'll learn about some hidden gems. We'll talk about sports games, RPGs, and we'll even see what Capcom's been up to here lately. We'll also show you some new Think Geek products and unbox the new Think Geek capsule.
Yes, and you mentioned sports games, so let's kick things off with the king of all sports games, Madden. What do you know about Madden?
Yeah, well,
talk to us.
New year, so that means it's a new Madden coming out, just like,
yes.
you know, next model of car. All right, this year Madden NFL 18 is doing something a little different by allowing players to live the true football experience from Friday night games on the high school field all the way through a pro career in the new Longshot mode.
Ooh,
yeah.
And you know, I'm very excited about this. I have no hope for my football career. So Erik, fortunately, is here to talk to Mike Young and Seann Graddy from EA all about Madden NFL 18's brand new story mode.
Thanks, Chris and Marisha. Yes, I am joined by Mike and Sean via Skype, and we are talking about Madden NFL 18. Guys, thanks so much for joining me today.
Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right, so this is a really special year for Madden. We are adding some really interesting new things, the main one being Longshot. So can you tell me a little bit about what Longshot is?
Yeah, so Longshot is the first story mode in the history of Madden. So that's very exciting in itself, but this is like a campaign mode in a sports game. So it is a very different format than we've ever seen in a sports game. It is a very emotional story. But it plays kind of like a movie, a very interactive movie where you're not just playing the core Madden game that we all love, but there's many other ways to interact with it that game fans will be familiar with. Quick time events, branching dialogue choices, and really interesting stuff off the field, like you know, emotional, personal journey off the field, but also coaching classroom stuff. So we really feel like this is a really cool experience and way different than anything we've seen before.
I think there are so many really rich football stories that go starting, you know, in high school all the way up to the pros. Can you tell me a little bit about the story for Longshot for Madden NFL 18?
Well, Longshot is essentially an origin story of a character, Devin Wade, who's this great high school Texas quarterback, dreamed of, you know, going to UT. He achieved that, but in our story, something went awry. He walks away from the game he loves. And our story picks up at the regional combine. And it's a story about Devin Wade giving his dream one more shot. And it goes from the regional combine to draft day. So it's a very original take on an NFL game in that you're playing high school games and it's the journey to the NFL. You're not playing the schedule of an NFL season.
So, Sean, what was it this year that inspired you to sort of break with tradition and create this story mode for Madden?
Well, this guy is the creator, writer, director of it, but as a team, as a franchise, as Mike said, we haven't done this in 29 years. We wanted to, as we looked around the industry and other games, some of the top-selling games all had this element of story to it. Certainly other sports franchises were starting to do it. It was time for Madden, but we didn't want to do it in a way that had just kind of rinse and repeat. You know, we want to do something special and something different. That's what Mike and his team ultimately came up with here. So we think we've got something that are going to get new players in the front door, along with the Madden fans that have been buying us for the last several years.
So you mentioned, you know, the fact that there are other games that have this campaign or story mode. How would you say Longshot differs from other sports games and even from Madden campaigns in the past?
Well, one of the things I was really inspired by, I grew up as a sports gamer and had big sports dreams. I wanted to play in the NHL and pitch for the Cardinals. That didn't work out, so I got into sports video games. But over the last few years, I was really kind of emotionally moved by games like Last of Us and the Telltale series, where I felt like I had a real impact on the outcomes. And for me, when we started down the journey of doing a sports story mode, I felt like, why can't we also have that level of emotional depth and a story that is very relatable? So yeah, Last of Us is a story about zombie apocalypse, but it's really a story about a father and a daughter. And that's what emotionally connected me to it. And I think the Devin story is very relatable. It's not about some big superstar whose only conflict in life is playing time and how many fans he has on Twitter. These are like things that will connect to you as just a human being about someone who had a dream at some point in their life that they gave up on.
You know, that's really interesting to hear that rather than just looking to other sports games, you drew inspiration from some of the greatest story-driven games of the last couple of generations. I can't wait to see how that plays out in Madden. So here's the next question. Is this a one-off thing, or will Longshot carry through future Madden installments?
Well, it ultimately boils down to what the fans want. We believe the fans are going to love this story. They're going to resonate with the characters. They're going to want more. And as Mike said and described it as an origin story, there's more story to be told here, but ultimately the fans kind of decide where we go next.
Yeah, I would love to make another one, for sure. It was so awesome.
Based on everything we're hearing, I have a feeling the fans are going to be pretty into this. Hey guys, I want to thank you so much for stopping by to talk Longshot with me today. I cannot wait for Madden NFL 18 to come out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, if you'd like to see the full version of this interview, make sure you go to the GameStop TV YouTube channel. You can watch it all right there. All right, that's going to do it for us. Back to you, Chris and Marisha.
When we return, we'll check in with Cole Watson for this month's Hidden Gym segment. Stick around.